In a vast forest, there were two trees, a tall oak and a small birch. The oak was proud of its height and strength, while the birch often felt overshadowed. Every day, the oak would boast about its size and how it could withstand the strongest winds. "Look at me," the oak would say. "I'm the mightiest tree in the forest. I provide shade for all. What do you have, little birch?" The birch would look down at its slender trunk and delicate leaves. "I wish I could be as big and strong as you," it thought. "Maybe then I would be important." One day, a terrible storm swept through the forest. The winds howled, and rain poured down like never before. The oak stood tall, confident in its strength. "I can handle this," it boasted, but as the storm raged, the mighty oak began to creak and groan. The winds pushed against it with all their force. The oak started to bend. "I'm too tall," it cried. "Why can't I be more flexible?" Meanwhile, the birch, though small, had been swaying gently in the breeze. It found that by bending and moving with the wind, it could survive the storm. The birch felt scared but remembered its own strength. "I may not be big, but I can dance with the wind," it thought. As the storm continued, the oak snapped under the pressure. It fell with a loud crash, leaving the forest in silence. The birch, however, stood strong, bending and swaying until the storm passed. When the sun came out again, the forest was quiet. The birch looked around and saw that it was the only tree still standing. It felt a mix of sadness for the oak and relief for its own survival. Weeks went by, and the birch began to grow. It realized that being small had allowed it to survive where the oak could not. The sun shone on its delicate leaves, and soon, it was full of life. One day, a little bird landed on the birch's branches. "Thank you for staying strong," the bird chirped. "Your branches are perfect for my nest." The birch smiled. "I never thought I could be useful," it said softly. "I thought I had to be like the oak," the bird replied. "You don't need to be like anyone else. Your beauty is in your grace and ability to sway with the winds of life." As time passed, the birch grew taller and wider. It attracted many birds and animals, providing shelter and food. The birch learned that it was special just as it was. It didn't need to compare itself to anyone else. The forest started to thrive again, filled with new life. The birch became a symbol of resilience and adaptability. It taught others that strength comes in many forms and that everyone has their own gifts. The moral of this story is clear: don't compare yourself to others. Embrace who you are, and you'll find your own strength and purpose.